final preparations are made, the finishing touches applied. In a bizarre tradition of the world of diplomacy, this little corner of France becomes UN territory for the duration of the conference. And it is indicative of just how anticipated this event is when the UN climate chief is pursued by the media throng just for going on a tour of the site. Well then, what can we expect?
What is being finalized here in Paris over the next 2 weeks is none other than the second legally binding instrument under the convention that will then go into effect in 2020 once we are through with the Kyoto Protocol.
But many are asking, to what extent can any Paris agreement be legally binding? There are no end of obstacles in the way. This time, world leaders are coming at the beginning of the conference rather than at the end, which is normal procedure, in a bid to build much needed momentum. Lima, Warsaw, Doha, the infamous Copenhagen in Denmark, the previous climate summits trip off the tongue as a roll call of inaction and little progress. And all the science says there is no time to lose. From wildfires to cyclones, the effects of extreme weather are evident. Oceans are warming, seas are rising. The target is to stop temperatures increasing beyond 2 degrees Celsius over pre-industrial levels. Beyond that, the effects could be globally catastrophic. Jim Hansen is a former NASA scientist who's been warning of the dangers of climate change since the 1980s.
If all that Paris amounts to is what it appears to, where it appears to be headed, with no real global reductions in emissions, then our children and grandchildren will inherit a situation that is out of their control. The ocean will keep getting warmer, ice sheets will begin to melt faster and faster, and our coastal cities will be doomed.
Nearly every country at the negotiations has put forward proposals on how they plan to keep emissions down. Trouble is, they're not enough.
The commitments leave us with something like 3 degrees warming over pre-industrial times. And just to give a sense of perspective, right now we're at 1 degree. And at 1 degree, we're already seeing the hottest year ever. Last year was also the hottest year ever. Next year will also be very hot. We're seeing record storms, droughts, heat waves, and other freak weather events that scientists tell us are all about climate change.
The challenges are enormous. The debate will be hard and furious over the coming days in the search for a united front against climate change. Nick Clark, Al Jazeera, Le Bourget, Paris.